What's going on, man? What's going on, everybody? I just been wanting to talk to everybody. This your boy, Ranting K. But let me tell you something, man. I, and this thing I'm about to say to you. Usually, people older than me say this, and only people at a certain age would understand what I'm about to say. You know what I mean? In this slogan that I'm about to tell you, like, and I felt like I felt like I had to address this with people around my age and up. It's a very, very, very important announcement, man, that I gotta make that we need to listen to. I mean, I wish everybody just really, if you ain't never heard nothing I ever say, if you around my age and up, you really, really, really need to hear this, man, cause it's very important, man. It's really, I feel it. I really feel like this is like very important, especially for the black community, especially for us in our generation, man. Cause this is one thing that we let off on that I feel like we need to pick back up and demand. In the demand, it's gonna be tough, but it's demanded in a certain way, and we have to get back on track. So my thing is this, man. Like I say in the past month, and I woke up one morning, and I was like, man. I said, wow, bruh. I woke up one morning and I was like, wow. I thought about my age. I thought about how old I was. And then I thought about, I started having like, you know, flashbacks. And I started thinking about all them times that people that was older than me used to tell me things and used to talk to me about certain things. And some of it, a lot of it I listened to, but I didn't move right away when they told me. But back then, a lot of this stuff got told to me very, very young. Like a lot of stuff didn't get told to me, cause that's what back in the day at my age, you didn't get told certain things later on in life, especially when you don't have, like when you got an absent father or something like that. You don't get told when you're in your 20s, like everybody don't get the opportunity to have somebody around them to tell them certain things in their 20s and guide them and navigate them through their 20s to live life. And I think that's why a lot of these young kids out here are either going one way, bad, or they're going one good way, good. And they're making more money than people that's older than them, and they're doing more successful than people that are older than them, to the point that they don't respect them. And I feel like, so I'm going through my mind, you know, and thinking, I was like, damn, have I turned a corner? I started thinking like, damn, did I turn a corner? Like, and that's an old saying for saying that I I have turned the corner, that I have realized that I'm at an age where this is the thing, certain things, we are at an age in our life. If you're 33 and up, and it's a very important reason why I say 33. But if you're 33 and up, man, you, you and me are the wisdom now. We should be the person that's teaching people younger than us how to do shit, how shit affects you when you do certain shit, how demand our respect when certain people younger than you say certain shit to you or talk to you a certain fucking way. And I think what happened is like back in the day, probably about through the 80s and 90s, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of the teenagers and stuff back in them days, we started having a lot of we start having a fraction of teen success, young kids success, and like younger generations having more success. Back in them days, more and more younger people started having success better than people that was older than them. So as that started growing, and when it growed after the millennium, I felt like it started getting to the point that none of the younger people don't respect us. And half of it is our fault because they don't respect us. Because we be too busy trying to be like them, and we don't embrace what the fuck we learned and where we came from. A lot of these kids don't know nothing about the 90s and don't know nothing about certain music because we don't teach them. They don't learn, they don't understand about how we used to have to dress and how certain clothes was fashionable for us because we only have a small fraction of people that's talking about it. Because we don't even respect it. We don't even talk about it like that's what we grew up in. That's the thing that we was in at that time, and we embraced it. We wore certain clothes and we walked a certain way and we did certain things back then because that was fashionable back then. So don't disrespect that. You wasn't back then. A lot of the music, a lot of the ways we do certain things, a lot of the ways that how we acted, a lot of the ways that we learned from certain people back in the day, in the days when we was at your age, people that's from 32 and down, when we was at your age all the way down to when we was teenagers all the way to, I'll say maybe like 10, shit, I'll say even earlier than that. We was like I used to have a lot of older people around me, and they used to tell me certain things. And they used to tell me to watch your mouth, boy. Watch your mouth, boy. You ain't even old enough to say shit like that. Hey, boy, you won't even supposed to be looking at that. You ain't ready for that. They used to say shit to let me know that I got something to learn. I got something to learn because they already done been through some shit. A lot of y'all done came up off of the ways of how shit was in the past. A lot of y'all was birthed off of how shit was in the past. But I'm not mad at you for that because the thing is that we dropped the ball. We dropped the ball and we don't want to take on the role of being the wisdom person. We don't want to take the role as being that person that tell you, dang, what you supposed to be doing, boy. Hey, girl, look, that ain't the way you supposed to carry yourself. You don't supposed to carry yourself like that, girl. They're going to think you a hoe. You don't supposed to carry yourself like that. You want to know why we don't do that? Because we don't embrace it, the new generation, so much that we forgot about where we came from, what we grew up on, the rules that we went by. We don't forgot about it because we trying to relive our younger years because now this new generation got technology. They got more learning situations. They learning more off of the internet than they're learning in school. They're getting confidence off of shit that we didn't have the equipment back then to get confidence off of. We didn't have that kind of equipment. That shit was a new thing at that time. It was a new thing at that time. We was just learning how to use it. I remember we used to have the computers. We used to have a computer class. I don't even think they have computer class no more. We had computer class because we had to learn what the future was about to give us. We had to sit there with these big ass keyboards and learn how to do certain shit on the computer. They had little colors on the letters and how to hold your fingers on it. So we had to learn how to do it. And a lot of us didn't learn because it was new. So it wasn't an interest in us. You know, we didn't take it seriously. So, you know, as technology progressed and got bigger, you know, we wasn't ready. Like, we weren't ready. A lot of us wasn't ready. So when I hear, which I'm gonna switch over in a minute and talk to the younger generation. But to say this, that's why another reason why a lot of the younger generation don't respect us. But that's because they're misinformed and they don't understand because we don't ever remind them that we didn't have the shit you had right now. The same way our uncles, our granddaddies, and all them, we used to take that shit for granted when they told us, oh boy, y'all got it good. Boy, we used to walk to school. We used to do this. We used to do that. And we used to take that shit for granted when they told us that. But when we got older, we started understanding that, wow, now I'm going through what my uncle going through. Now I'm going through what my older cousins and older brothers, friends, and everybody else is going through. When they tried to tell us shit, we ignored it a lot. We ignored it. But the key thing was, for a lot of us, somebody like me, a lot of us, our older generation told us at an earlier age. They told us when we was like 10, 11, or 12. We started getting exposed to shit. But we got exposed to shit, but we got told that, nigga, you don't supposed to be doing this. You ain't old enough. You always had that uncle, that cousin, that cool-ass auntie that used to pull you to the side and be like, nigga, I don't supposed to be giving you this liquor. But here, take a sip of this. Bow. They'll be like, hey, your little ass don't supposed to be out here. Your little ass don't supposed to be here. You don't supposed to be doing it. You ain't supposed to see that ass just walk by. But let me tell you something, boy. When you get older, you gonna understand. You gonna understand. I had people around me that you will slip up and see shit you didn't supposed to see, and they'll remind you that, nigga, you ain't old enough to be saying that kind of shit. You ain't supposed to be qualified to go into this shit. You ain't supposed to be qualified to know about this, boy. But I'm gonna teach you. I'm gonna let you know, hey, this what goes on. Wait till you get older, though. You know, we don't do that no more. Look, I turned the corner. The time I just told you I woke up, I turned the corner. And I was like, wow, man, we really don't drop the ball. We really dropped the ball. Because I feel like we didn't want that responsibility. And then a lot of us, especially on what our parents taught us back in the day and shit, a lot of us don't challenge the way our parents raised us. Don't get this misconstrued on how your parents raised you if it wasn't rightfully. If it wasn't in a way where they was really trying to help you grow. I know it's a lot of parents got damaged through the crack epidemic, and a lot of shit that went on through the 80s and the 90s. And, you know, a lot of us, we went through life where we had some fucked up situations that happened to us. I'm one of them. But I'm also one of the few that understand what I went through. It was also what life had brought us at that time, and how things was at that time. That sometimes a lot of us get that short end of the stick where we got a parent that really don't want us, or we got a parent that's addicted to crack and we couldn't deal with it, or we had to deal with extra abuse. And why I call it extra abuse, because back in the day, you get your ass whooped. In the beginning, it wasn't no law. As a kid, you couldn't call nobody and tell them you got your ass whooped. The police would be like, what'd you do? What'd you do? You got your ass whooped, huh? What'd you do? You was acting up, wasn't you? But then when that law changed in the 90s, like early 90s, late 80s, early 90s, that law changed where you couldn't beat the kids like that. I used to get a paddle at school. I used to get whooped at school. Y'all kids will never understand getting your ass paddled at school and then call your parents and tell them I had to whoop his ass at school, so then you got to go home and get your ass whooped again. Again. You will never understand that, because you got a lot of parents out here, they want to challenge how their parents raised them, because a lot of shit that they disagree with, and they want to prove that the way I raised my kid is going to be better than the way my parents raised their kids. And the only thing that's been backing you up is you got better technology, better opportunities, and a lot of shit for a lot of the parents back in the day didn't come as quickly as it comes for parents nowadays. So a lot of y'all get a break, but a lot of y'all don't drop the fucking ball, because you should have took what your parents did do good and what you learned from and implanted that shit into what you do, and let them know this what made me a better person. But we don't do that. We too busy. Us, 33 and up, this is what we doing, what's pissing me off. And it pissed me off. I said, me, all of us. I was doing it too. I'm doing it too. We still dance around them like we still young. We still do certain shit like we still young. We still walk around this motherfucker trying to act G. It's cool to move through the future and keep yourself at a style and act a certain way, but you still got to act your age because you're not 32 and down. You're 33 and up. They shouldn't, the people under you shouldn't be looking at you like, they shouldn't be looking at you like, damn, why is this old ass motherfucker trying to be like me? Why is this older motherfucker trying to run around this motherfucker with the skinny jeans and shit trying to be like me? They ain't gonna respect you. Things don't change. You can't act a certain way. You gotta act more mature now. You gotta separate yourself from what's going on in this generation now to a certain degree. You gotta separate yourself to the point and make your voice heard. Let them know why you in this position you in. Look, little nigga, look, little girl, you in this position because we went through some shit back in the day for you to be in this position. You catching a easy ride on certain shit because of the shit that we went through back in the day. You are addicted to certain things because these other things that we was addicted to back in the day had to stop. It had to stop. And new drugs and drugs that wasn't fashion back in the day became more famous because the drugs that affected us back in the day had to be dealt with. It had to be dealt with. It had to be changed because what it was doing to us back in the day had to be a stop put to it. So the other drugs that you on now, like the other, I call it your poison. The poison that you take now, that is real famous now, like weed, yeah, weed. Yeah, herb, gas, whatever you want to call it. It wasn't no goddamn, back then, it wasn't no motherfucking goddamn, what they call them things everybody going to now. See? The old age here, starting to forget shit. But, what they call them? These little goddamn, these little stores, these little herb stores, or whatever. It's another word for it. I'm having a blank spot on it. But, damn. Like, all these little cannabis stores and this being legal in this state and the price of weed, the price, we got told the same thing before us, that the price that we was getting it for in the 90s was lesser than what it was in the 90s, and you can get a $5 bag in the 90s. And you had people that grew up back in the 70s and 80s used to say, in the 60s, they used to say, man, we used to get, man, a dime, like my boy said on Have Bait. Woody, I think that's Woody Harrison or Woody, whatever, the singer that was on Have Bait. He said a dime used to call a dime. It used to cost a dime. A dime used to cost a dime. You'd be like, nigga, what, nigga? I'd be racking up like a motherfucker if that's how much it costs. But they told us like, hey, man, they told us the same thing. But we don't preach it enough. Us at my age, us in this realm of age and up, we don't preach it enough. We don't create this fear and this, and we don't embrace the new generation to the point that we don't lost our respect for being the older person. The only person that mainly give us respect on this shit is your kids. But we dropped the ball on that too because we spoil them and they don't have nothing to do with money. Money ain't got nothing to do with being spoiled. Let's get that out right now. You don't have to have a lot of money to spoil a kid. You can spoil a kid with nothing. You can spoil a kid with nothing. If I got $1 and that's all I receive is $1 a week, but I take 75 cents to buy candy and leave myself with a quarter just to please my child to the degree that you shouldn't have to go that far with your kid. Because your kid need to understand the hardship. Your kid need to understand that if I ain't got it, baby, I ain't got it. This is what life gonna deal with. This is what you're gonna deal with in life when you grow up. Baby, some things can't be sacrificed. I'll get it for you. We're gonna get it. One, you're gonna earn it. Two, while you trying to earn it, you gonna understand that you can't just get everything you want, because this world ain't gonna give you everything you want just because you want it. You're gonna have to work for it. You're gonna have to make some sacrifices for it. And then you're gonna have to get, and a lot of people are gonna put you in positions where you're gonna have to do shit you don't want to do for it. That's what's going on right now, because a lot of these people running out here loose and grew up in a way where they doing shit that they don't really want to do for it, and then you pay for it later because you didn't really want to do it. So that's what I mean. I'm just saying, man, we need to get better, man. At my age and stuff, man, we need to get better and stop trying to live like these kids, man, and start living our age, bro. They don't respect us, bro. Ladies, they don't respect you. If you hanging with a girl that's under 33 and younger, and you walk around her and you inspired more by her, to the point that she's giving you more advice than you giving her, but you older than her. She don't respect you. She don't respect you. I talk to the kids and let them know what I don't know. But I also try my best, and I always try to educate myself so I can be a better person, to tell people younger than me that this what you don't want to do. This ain't the route you want to take. I know this is a long video. I'm rolling up on 21 minutes. And I know y'all probably ain't gonna want to listen to the whole thing, because like I said, this is another thing that's wrong with us. Our attention span is short. We want the fastest entertainment, quick, that makes us laugh and entertains us so we can get to the next one. You don't want nobody like me to sit right here and talk to you and be a man and try to have a real conversation with you and tell you how passionate this shit feel about us as a society. I say the black community, but it is for all of us, because other races do it too. But right now, like, really, man, like, we need to start acting our age. We need to start embracing where we came from. We need to start preaching to these younger generation, like, hey, look, bruh, hey, these are the rules. This is what the rules I learned from. We got to start letting them know this is what I learned, and then and this is what you need to learn. And now I gotta talk. Now, if you're 32 and younger, if you still on here, listen to this part. If you listen to this, if you're 32 and younger, you need to hear this too. Now, all of it ain't our fault either now. I understand that. Congratulations. Congratulations. You should be happy that you was able to be born and be around in a certain part of life where you have the tools. You have more tools than your parents and your bigger brothers and stuff had tools to do things. But you need to stop walking around here disrespecting your elders. We got to get better at that too, 33 and up. We need to get better at that too. Some people deserve to get checked. I understand that, because you got a lot of people out here that's older, that's got a mouth, and they don't act their age. They want to still act like they're young, that they can talk that little sassy shit. And you make yourself sound younger than these little kids that's out here doing it. And these people younger than you, making a fool of yourself. Out here trying to be all sassy. Dudes out here trying to act like, yeah, nigga, nigga. Over here trying to act like these little kids now. And these little kids looking over here whispering to each other like, this old ass nigga still over here he over here running around here talking about gang, 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 and doing all that. It's cool for entertainment. But when you really running around here acting like you about that life, like these little kids about that life, that's why they don't respect us. But back to you, though. Back to you, 32 and under. Back to you, though. Hey, check it out. Embrace. Try your best to embrace people older than you. Try to start asking questions. If it's something that that you feel like somebody older than you don't understand, that you understand faster than them, don't pick on them about it. Cause they ain't had them opportunities to learn shit. We didn't go through school and we didn't have no phones and shit like that through school. When we was in school, we had beepers with no videos or nothing. You couldn't go in school with no camera. We couldn't go post nothing. It wasn't enough for us to post. Ain't no post. What you posted? If you had a computer, you had money. Big money. If you had a phone, you had big money to us when we were growing up. You had big money. Nigga, you had big money. You was a lawyer or something. You was a big time lawyer, judge or something to be running around with a computer and a phone in your car, and you got a two-way and all that stuff back in the day. That was the brand new technology at that time. We ain't have handy phones with videos and texts and stuff like that. I know y'all done heard a lot of this and don't give a fuck, but you need to listen to this. It's important so you can understand that you can't be disrespecting us either. Cause, like I said, I don't turn the corner. I'm gonna start checking you little motherfuckers. Excuse my language. But I'm gonna start checking you. Not to the point that you're gonna wanna do something about it. And not to the point that I wanna do something to you about it. But I'm gonna have to start being my age. Start acting my age. Start making you understand that, bro, you can't do this. You can't talk like this to me. You can't say certain shit to me. And and my part of it is I can't be putting myself in a position so you can feel comfortable to say certain shit to me. Like it's cool like that. You parents need to line up on that too. You need to stop letting your kids get too loose. It shouldn't be no reason for a bunch of Jaden Smiths running around here acting like he got the nerve to talk to somebody way older than him and act a certain way, and he ain't even old enough at the time when he was doing Karate Kid. He wasn't even old enough to be running around telling grown people what the fuck to do. Dwayne Wade shouldn't be running around here parading around saying, this is what my son wants. First of all, that ain't everybody motherfucking business. You shouldn't be using that. You shouldn't be talking like that. And I feel like that's costing the marriage you in. But that's a whole nother story. And I ain't talking down on that man. I feel like Dwayne Wade is a good guy. But the way you going about your family business, bro, you forgot about where you came from. You forgot about the rules of life back then. You don't tell everybody your motherfucking business. I don't care how big of a star you is. I don't care how much you embracing what your son want to be. He ain't old enough to tell you that. He ain't old enough to tell you that. He ain't old enough to tell you what he want and you give to him what he want the way he want it. You still in control of your house because you daddy in the house. You daddy in the house. But like I said, look, hey, if you 32 and younger, look, man. Start embracing people older than you, bro. Start asking questions. I don't care if you feel like it's a dumb question. I don't care. Start asking questions. Be like, hey, man, why you don't know how to do this? Why you in this position you in? Stop judging and predicting and stop eating on your own ego. Stop eating your own ego and feeding your own ego and saying, oh, yeah, look what we doing. Y'all motherfucker old ass nigga broke. That's another thing pissing me off. Y'all let these little young ass niggas say certain shit. Y'all motherfuckers in power. You embracing them the wrong way. That's why they don't respect us. This day and age, people only respect motherfuckers that's successful. Because the successful motherfuckers don't got so successful that they don't even respect motherfuckers that don't got money. That they used to respect when they was younger, that gave them the tools to become successful. Even if it was bad or good. Even if it was bad, they gave you the tools to let you know that this ain't what you're supposed to do. This is what you're supposed to do. Even if they didn't even try to teach you, you watched them and you say, okay. But now, instead of you teaching these motherfuckers younger than you what they should not do, watch your step, man. Don't do that like that, man. You got people out there that do it, but it ain't enough. It ain't enough. Hey, bro, watch your step, bro. You don't need to be doing that dog. Watch your back. You get locked up for that. This what I keep hearing. Oh man, this is the new generation. I embrace it. Let them kids be kids. Let them be. Hey, my young niggas this and my young niggas that. Nigga, you know certain shit these young niggas doing. You know they don't need to be doing that shit, nigga. You know this shit them niggas don't need to be doing. But you so caught up in your success, you so caught up in what's going on because you still relevant with your success and you still can move around in this generation that you forgot about that really these motherfuckers really don't respect you either. They really don't respect you either. Because you embrace it too much that they don't feel no age difference between them. They don't feel no separation between your age. Some of them do. But like I said, it ain't enough. But look, man, I know this was a long video, but I feel real passionate about this. 30 minutes. This is about to be 31 minutes on this video. Y'all need, hey, man, if you 33 and up, we need to get on the ball, man. The people younger than us don't respect us, bro, and it's part of it is our fault because we don't give them no reason to come to us to want wisdom. We don't give them no reason to come to us and say, "Hey, man, hey, I got a little kid. I got some kids that roll up on me. They be like, "Hey, how I deal with this female, bro? She doing this, she doing that." I have a small fraction of motherfuckers younger than me, little kids younger than me, and I don't call you no motherfucker in a bad way. Like, people younger than me that come to me and be like, "Hey, bro, check this out, bro. Like, hey, man, how I need to deal with this?" Because we don't give them no reason. We don't give them no reason to say, "Oh, I need to go to him because he probably could tell me better because he probably done been through some shit." This nigga 10 years older than me. This brother right here or this girl right here don't been married 2-3 times. Let me pick her brain. Let me talk to her and see what's up. Why I'm dealing with this situation I'm dealing with. Let me talk to this person and see what happened in their life when they was at my age and whatever I can pick from their brain and go with it. It ain't too much of that going on now. Take these words, man, because I really feel passionate about it. Take these words to heart, bro. If you around my age and older, man, we got to get this separation, bro, because we ain't getting the respect we supposed to get. Because we doing too much, bro. This your boy. Y'all have a good night. Please subscribe to my page. I got a page on YouTube. I got a channel on YouTube. It's called Mr. Ranting K. Subscribe to my page. A lot of y'all already don't see a lot of my videos, but y'all subscribe to my page. I'm gonna be putting more videos on. We need to guide each other through relationships, friendships, family. The bond is gone. Just gonna be another one of my videos. The bond between us is gone. A lot of the things that we used to do with each other that brought us together as family, we don't do no more. That's gonna be another video right along with the one I just said. And bro, we need to just start enhancing stuff from our past and enhancing the things that made us feel good and put that shit back into our community and put that shit back into our heart. Put all that stuff back into where it felt good and stop saying let's move on and let's do this and do that. Okay, this is what the world dealing with us. Let's embrace it. No, man. Let's keep what made us happy. It made us family. Made us love each other. Made us stick together. Let's bring that back in. If it's not already here, let's bring that back. And whatever is tearing us apart, let's question it. If you feel like it's tearing us apart, let's talk about it. Let's see if we need to outlaw it. Let's talk about it. Let's get together and talk about it. Let's do it. It's the only way we're going to fix everything that's going on in our life and start embracing the right things about our life and what the world and what the America and everywhere else don't adapt to us as African Americans. Whatever it's don't came to us, if it's a good thing, let's embrace it. But let's just stick to our kind. You can do what you want to do. You can marry who you want. You can go hang with who you want. But don't forget about where you're from. where your race lies. What's wrong with your race? Your race is not in the same position as everybody else's race. You should be trying to worry about fixing your race. It should. I don't care where you living at. I don't care how much money you got. You should feel embarrassed to think that your race is going through the things it's going through, but you want to sit over there and eat your T-bone steak, or if you're not in the T-bone steak, you want to eat your cube steak, and somebody ain't eating cube steak at their crib, and they the same color you is, and you feel like, oh, well, sucks to be that motherfucker. You don't get to say that like other races do. Other races ain't in the bottom of the bucket like our race is. You don't get to say that. We don't get to say that. We don't get to say that what's going on with that motherfucker is going on with them. They race ain't in the same race that we in. We don't get to act like them. They race ain't being talked about the most. They race ain't the ones being killed by police the most. They race ain't going through what we going through the most. We shouldn't be sitting over here acting like we were one of them. We should be like this. You can be who you want to be, but your voice should be heard more than where I hear your voice. Your respect should be demand more than I hear people say they demanding it. Most of the people I hear say they demand and they respect on certain shit for the black person, for their race. Most of the time it's a sell pitch. Most of the time it's at the right time where it make you look like, oh, I respect him more because he said that about my race. But all in my head, I feel like you said that at this time, but when everything good, you ain't saying shit. When everything grits and gravy, when ain't nobody don't got killed, when ain't nothing no racist don't happen to us that don't hit YouTube or anything that don't hit the world, you most of the time silent. Most of the time you hanging around these motherfuckers that's making the decision for your community. You hanging around them. You being around them. They ain't right, bro. But first, this is another story too. First, let's fix our bond. Let's fix our unity. Let's fix our respect. I'm not talking about the Africans. I'm not talking about Jamaicans. I'm not talking about no one that's not from that didn't come from a descendant of a slave. We'll get to you when we get to you. If you came over here and you dealt with stuff that's been dealt with, okay, you're welcome to. But right now, the bond between us that's most of our ancestors went through, and we knowingly know that our ancestors went through, we need to fix something. We got a job to do. We got a job to do. Our women shouldn't be the one that they say that's the thought. When you think thought, you think black girl. When you think WAP, you think black girl. When you think pimp, you think black nigga. When you think player, the first color comes to your mind is a black dude. It ain't nobody other race. When certain words get thrown in the air, your color automatically comes up. Your color comes up. But when it generate money, and when it's an entertainment to the world and money is generated from it, we embrace that and we don't feel no disrespect in it because we don't make money off of it. That's what we don't got a society that a lot of things we get disrespected in our race more than just because of violence and stuff like that. We get disrespected on a whole different level all across the board that we don't never discuss, that we don't never check people on and say, wait a minute, motherfucker. Wait a minute. You don't get to say that. You don't get to act like that. I understand that this is cool to y'all, but you don't get to treat me like this now. Just because there's entertainment for you now. We don't do that enough. Our name get attached to the shit that's bringing us down, man. That's all I'm saying. Look, check out my page. Check out my channel. It's your boy Ranting K. And y'all stay with me, man, because I'm gonna try to do more videos. I'm trying to reach something that I feel like all of us should be reaching, man. Like all of us should we need to get our bond back, man. We need to start enjoying each other more and start embracing our people more on certain levels and being able to check our people to not disrespect our people. We need to get the courage to check each other and be like, hey man, hold up, bro. Hey, we could do this because that's what we known for doing. But hey man, don't go that far, bro. Come on, man. Don't do it like that because you already know what they think of us. But we ain't got the courage to do that no more. We don't got soft. All of us. We don't got soft. So everything that goes on, everything, if this person is with it because he got money, if this person is with it because they got power, if this person is with it because he's big time, whatever he does, we disregard it when we know we need to check that motherfucker for it. We disregard it because of who they is, and we know we need to check them for it. We know we need to check them for it. It's like, hey, bro, you know how that make us look, bro. You can't be doing all that. But we be scared to say it now because we don't want to lose that relationship with certain people because they got a certain like reputation about themselves that we bury everything about them we don't like until they cut us off, until they ain't fucking with us no more. Then you want to spill the beans. That's what's been going on in the world with us. Oh, this motherfucker used to do me like this. This motherfucker ain't shit. When you ain't fucking with that motherfucker no more, when you ain't fucking with that person no more, you got so much to say. But when you fucking with that person, you ain't got shit to say. Why I gotta wait till you ain't fucking with that motherfucker no more to hear all about this shit? Why? You couldn't tell? So you think you more or less guilty because, oh, now I get to tell you how fucked up you did me, but all through them times when you were doing fuck shit, I ignored it. Oh, you get the easy way out? No, you just as guilty. You guilty too. It's like an accessory to murder. You was cool with the shit when you was with the shit. But when a motherfucker cut you off, you want to spill all these beans and tell all your business, telling all the shit. We've been going through this too much as African Americans. We tell, oh, every time somebody cut you out, you want to talk shit, say they ain't shit, these motherfucker this and motherfucker that. But oh, wait a minute, motherfucker. So you gonna tell me you wasn't shit when you was cool with it or you was being quiet about it? You ain't gonna tell me that you ain't at fault for wanting to be quiet because you was digging what was going on because they was fucking with you. You was quiet because they was fucking with you, but as soon as the motherfucker cut you off, you wanna, oh, this motherfucker's the devil now. He's the devil now. Or she's the devil now. Oh, okay. Hey, man. Y'all have a good night, man. I'm gonna talk to y'all later. This is your boy. I'm gonna be coming with some more videos, man. Y'all just subscribe for me, please. Have a good night.